Good morning and welcome to another Sunday Soul Session. Today we're going to work with the energies of spirit to find out where we are on our journey. Let me go ahead and get my timer set up. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're continuing to follow your guidance, follow your intuition, that you're continuing to listen to the soft voices, that you're praying, that you're honoring your ancestors, you're honoring your guides, you're honoring yourself as well. We must always honor ourselves. When we honor ourselves, we honor our ancestors. When we honor ourselves, we honor the Creator. Spirit, where are we today? And this is whenever you watch it. What are we working on as we are healing, as we are moving forward, as we're trying to understand this thing called life? What are we healing, Spirit? What are we working on? What do you want us to focus on? Thank you, angels, for your protection. Thank you, Most High, for the gift of life, for the healing, for the blessings, the ones I understand and the ones I don't understand. I thank you for those as well. Thank you, ancestors, for your courage, for your guidance, for your strength, for your footsteps. Thank you, Spirit, for your messages. Thank you, higher knowledge and higher self, for your continued support, your continued guidance, moving us forward. Because we're all transient beings here. Spirit says that we're still healing. It's a beautiful card. I love this deck. The backs of them. It's a gorgeous deck. Spirit says that we're still healing. To be honest, Spirit says that we're always healing. We're always healing. There's never a time when we're not healing ourselves. Capacity to love. Spirit says it's important to heal ourselves so that we have the capacity to love at a greater level, so that we're able to see love properly, we're able to give love properly. This can be loving ourselves, loving others. This could be moving towards a loving relationship. You have to heal on the inside so that when you meet your spiritual partner, you're able to love them properly. So Spirit is saying that we always need to be in a state of knowing that we need to heal from something. We're never above healing. We're always in a space to heal, no matter where we are, no matter who we are, no matter what our circumstances are. Okay? This is on the bottom too. This reminds me of the reading I did yesterday with delight, but this is splendor. So this is acknowledging that there's beauty around you and acknowledging the power that comes from that beauty and the healing that comes from that beauty, from acknowledging the splendor that exists in life. She's looking at the butterfly. She's looking at these flowers. Two gorgeous things that go through powerful transformations that we can see, visible transformations. And that's another thing too, the idea of the transformative process, how usually in our lives we don't really see it. It's not like that butterfly or that flower where we see it immediately. We see it opening up, from seed to bloom, to opening to the sun, to the death cycle as well. Into the cocoon, the same thing with the butterfly. We don't see it in our lives, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. And so when we understand nature, and when we are able to understand the simplicity of nature, we're able to know that those things are happening in our lives. And if we don't see it step by step, maybe others can see it, maybe they can't. It's not about that, because a lot of times the healing is on the inside. The healing is in the heart space, okay? The healing is in the heart chakra. The healing is in the mental body, it's in the mind. So these things aren't necessarily visible, but they still are beautiful. So Spirit wants us to know that even if we don't see changes happening, even if things aren't going in the direction that we want them to go, even if we don't feel like there's progress being made, it could be spiritual progress, it could be progress made on, financial, it could be progress made with love. Spirit says that anytime you're healing yourself, you're growing, you're transforming, and you're turning into something that's even more beautiful, okay? And so we have to believe that, and we have to know that. We have to know that healing opens up our capacity to love. Let's pull some angel cards. And this is a gorgeous deck too. The Angel Guide Oracle by Cal Gray. Surrender. So we're still getting that energy, similar energy that we had yesterday. And that's what we're going to continue to work through this energy together. Spirit wants me to surrender too. That's why I'm here doing these readings, okay? We have to surrender to our callings. We have to surrender to who we are. Ultimately, that's what we're here to do. We're only able to really affect change and to heal and to move in a space where we're connecting, and when we're offering to others. We're only truly able to do that when we're in a space of knowing who we are, truthfully and honestly. That's how we're able to give. Spirit wants us to surrender. Spirit wants us to surrender to the energy of Spirit itself. That's what he has there. That's what he's holding in his hands. Of course, it's nothing physical. It's just the energy body, the Holy Spirit, the heart chakra energy, the pure love energy. So surrendering to that. When we surrender to Spirit, we allow that energy to pick us up and to lead us. And I think I've talked about that before. It's a light body. It's nothing we can necessarily see with our eyes, but if we allow ourselves to be open, and if we allow ourselves to be willing, and if we allow ourselves to be free in a certain way, this energy comes into our life here. And usually you can feel it here. You can feel that energy of pure love. And that's how we want to operate. We want to operate with this energy of pure love, and we want to encourage this to come into our life so it can lead us. We want to be led by this energy. That's Spirit. That's the Holy Spirit. It's pure love energy. It's pure love energy. It's communications with your guides. It's communications with the Most High, mainly. It's that communication from between us and the Most High, the Creator, whatever you would want to call that energy. It could be Mother Earth for you. Okay, it could be the sun, it could be the moon, it could be the stars. Whatever it is, it's that higher energy, that higher power. And so Spirit is saying, well, you need to surrender to it, because I know things that you don't know. Okay? And so this is where we are now. The sacred plan. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about the transformative process that we don't see. Sometimes we won't see things happening, and a lot of times we're not supposed to see it. The sacred plan is revealed to us when the Most High wants to reveal it to us. When our angels and guides want to reveal it to us, that's when the sacred plan is revealed. But the sacred plan is revealed through surrender. The sacred plan is revealed through the process of healing. The sacred plan is revealed when we have the capacity to love, because Spirit is found in love. It's a love energy. It's a high level, high vibrational love energy, okay? It's something that's more powerful than we can really even imagine. All right? It's the gift that's given to us as we navigate these planes that we're on, as we navigate in these worlds, because you must believe the spirit that the Most High is with us, carrying a piece of that energy with us, so that we can decode and so that we can understand our missions here, all right? Because we all have a spiritual mission. We all have a reason that we're here on this planet. It can be small, it can be big, it can be whatever it is for you, depending upon who you are, all right, and what you bring. You know that. Deep down, we know a little bit about who we are. We should know a little bit about who we are. And if not, this is how you get there, through these energies. So Spirit is saying that opening up and surrendering, we start to not only have a greater capacity to love, we start to understand what true love energy is. Because I think a lot of times we think about love in a romantic sense, which is beautiful as well. I love romantic love. I'm a romantic at heart. But we think about love in a romantic sense, and that's a beautiful way. We think about mother-daughter, mother-son love, and these things are beautiful as well. But we also have to realize that love comes from the Most High as well. We aren't put here alone, okay? So we're put here with that ability to connect with that high-level loving energy, which moves us and which propels us on our spiritual journeys, all right? But also, when we get here on this planet, when we get here, there's so many things that come at us, and I talk about this a lot in my readings. They're distractions, in a way. They're distractions that are meant to be not necessarily harmful, because they don't have to be harmful, depends upon how you go about them, but sometimes they can be detrimental to our spirit. Sometimes they can be harmful to our spirit, and sometimes they start to cloud that energy where we can't access it anymore. And so that's where the healing comes in. Spirit is saying that we always need to know, no matter who we are, if we're not working directly with the energies of the Most High, if we're not working directly with the energies of our angels, and a lot of us won't be talking to them, we won't be doing that, you should, but if it's not your calling, if you don't feel comfortable connecting with Spirit when you're having that communication, you're still connecting with your heart space, and that's where Spirit is. And that's on the simplistic level of knowing who you are, right? So you don't have to be a medium, you don't have to say, I want to talk with spirits, I want to talk with ancestors in the middle of the night. You don't have to do that. You can say, I want to talk with myself. And so you have to be in a position, you have to be in a point where you realize that you don't know yourself, or you need to get to know yourself better. You need to get to know who you truly are, and that's where the healing comes in. And this takes place no matter who you are, no matter what level you're living in life. It doesn't make a difference what type of money you're making. And I think I stress this, and I will continue to stress this, because the idea that we have of abundance, and the idea that we have of creating, and the idea that we have of what Spirit has in store for us, or what the Most High has in store for us, could be skewed, it could be wrong, it could be based on the worldly ideas of life. Nothing wrong with those things. Of course, we want to have those things. We want beautiful things, We want beautiful things. We want to live an abundant life. We want to have a wonderful home, at least a comfortable home, because you can just be living in a hut, or living in, a place, a shack. It can be a shack to someone else, but to you, it can be the most holiest of spaces, because it's yours. It's what you've created with your heart space. It's what you've created and how you, love your family's there. And that's where the ultimate form of love is, there in your home. So home is whatever it is. But Spirit is saying that we all are here to follow the sacred plan. Some of us won't follow the sacred plan. Some of us will follow the plan, another type of plan, And so we want to make sure that we're not following any other type of plan. Okay? We want to make sure that we're following the sacred plan. The sacred plan has been laid out for us. Okay? The sacred plan came here with you when you were born. The sacred plan isn't just, okay, you reach a certain age and it's here, or you reach a certain age and you start looking for it. The sacred plan is here with you from the very beginning. Creator wants you to know that. The Most High wants you to know that. Your angels and guides, they want you to know that. some of us need to start looking into and understanding the power that comes from the belief in the higher power. We live in a world now where some believe, some don't believe, and I'm not knocking that. Everybody has their own beliefs. We come to the Most High in our own way. Some people believe in that we're here alone, and I don't really know what to say about that. I think we all come with our own missions. We all come with our own spirit purpose. But I'm here to tell you that you're not really alone, because even if you don't believe in the power of the Most High or the power of that high level energy, you believe in the power of the sun. You believe in, prayerfully, you believe in your ancestors. Or maybe you don't necessarily believe in them, or you're hopeful that you have a guardian. So Spirit is saying that if you don't believe in the energy of the Most High, just be hopeful. Be hopeful that you're not alone. Be hopeful that there's some steps that are put in place for you to walk on. That's up to you how you come to that. No judgment here, But personally for me, I believe in the higher powers. I believe in my ancestors. I believe in the sun. I'm living because of the energy of the sun. So, even for that, for me, just something that I can see, that I'm there staring at it daily, but the fact that I can feel it on my skin, the fact that I know it exists, that's a power that I can't explain really. And it's a life force energy that keeps me living, it keeps me alive. So I give thanks for that. So that's where that Splendor card comes in, where maybe we don't see the transformation process. Maybe we don't see the higher powers. Maybe we don't see these energies. Maybe we don't see them working around us. Maybe we don't see them working for us. But we see the flowers. And we see the birds. And we see the moon. And we see the ocean. And we see the sun. And so in that, we can see the Most High right there, right? Or we can see our angels there, all right? Or we can see spirit there. But even if you don't see it in that terms, just see it for what it is. See it for beauty that exists in life, And let that miracle, that splendor, push us forward in a way where we can realize that there can be those type of miracles in our lives, all right? And so we have, expect miracles. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if you have $1 in your pocket, if you don't have any money right now, if you don't have your health right now, Spirit is telling me to expect the miracle, all right? The problem is, I think in life we become accustomed to the big things. We become accustomed to the large things we can see, the large check that comes in the mail, the new car that's out in the driveway, the big, beautiful home. But the miracle that comes with waking up, we start to forget about that, and that becomes like obsolete. It's like, okay, well, I'm just up. But you're up by the grace, And so we want to always be in tuned to the point where, and this is where the capacity to love comes in. This is where knowing true love energy comes in, where we're able to discern miracles in life. And not miracles by the way of what we know them to be, but miracles, just the breath, the sight, the hearing, falling in love, meeting someone and falling in love is a miracle. Maybe you two won't be together. Maybe there are other things in store, but that's a miracle in itself. Meeting a friend, having a connection with your mother, having a connection with your grandmother, having a child. These are miracles. Eating a good meal, cutting up a piece of fruit that grew from a tree, that was planted in soil, that was nourished by the rain, and that received life force from the sun, the same way I received my life force. These are the miracles. And so we need to retrain how we see and expect miracles. And I think that's what it is. And I'm working on that too. You know, I'm working on that too. What's a miracle? What's a miracle to you? What's a miracle to me? You know, our miracles are going to be different, but Spirit is also saying our miracles might be different than what the world says it should be. Because a lot of times we're told what miracles should be. Spirit says expect a miracle no matter who you are, no matter what your circumstances is. Whatever it is, expect a miracle. All right? Just expect it. Because what we're talking about now is we're knowing that we're not alone. We're knowing that, or we know that we're not alone. We know that we have our angels. At least I do. We know that we have the Most High energy within us, in our heart space, guiding us. We know that we're working towards that higher knowledge. Okay? We know that we're opening ourselves up to a greater capacity to love, which brings in a certain type of discernment, where we're able to bring others to us that give us that same type of love as well. I was talking about that last time, reciprocal energy. So we know we're doing that. And so when we're doing that, Spirit says we're surrendering to the sacred plan. Okay? So even if you're on a dirt road somewhere, you know, if you feel it in your heart, you're following the sacred plan. Okay? The sacred plan isn't a place necessarily. It's a space. It's a space in here. All right? And it means that we're in tune and we're in touch with the higher energy. Okay? And so when you have surrendered yourself to that energy, it says that the miracles aren't something that you can think about. The miracles aren't something that might happen. The miracles aren't something that belong to someone else. Spirit is saying the miracles are yours. It says expect the miracles. This card says to expect them. It's not a maybe, it's not a might. It's expecting. It's going to happen. And a lot of times it's here. The miracle is here. You know, the miracle is right here and right now. If you can look around, if you can think about it, if you can quiet your mind, if you can think about your heart, the miracle is here. All right? And so, blessings in abundance. You see that card? Blessings in abundance are yours. Spirit is saying you are blessed. You are abundant. All right? And I talked about that, and I will continue to talk about that because we come here blessed, okay? We come here abundant from birth, from the womb to birth, all right? We come here with the plan. We just have to surrender to it as we become adults, okay? And so the blessing and abundance, you see he's holding that spiritual energy, he's holding that between his hands there. It means you already have it. You already have it within your two hands. You already have it. It's placed upon your heart. It's already there. It's placed upon your heart. Spirit has already placed the blessings and the abundance upon your heart. The energy wants you to surrender, to find it. Wants you to surrender to that love energy. We don't have to look to others for our abundance. The abundance is on the inside. We come here with the abundance. You understand what I'm saying? I mean that. We come here with the blessings. We come here blessed. We come here blessed by the Most High. When we hit this planet, in our mother's wombs, we come here blessed. All right? The fact that we're living, we're blessed. And so, Spirit wants you to know that whatever you have, whatever's been placed on your heart, whatever gift you came here with, did you draw as a kid? Did you used to sing? Did you dance? Did you write? Spirit is saying you might not be Stephen King, but you might have something to write, and you might have something to share, and somebody might see it, and it could be one person, and you can change their world. You might not be Mary J. Blige, or you might not be hitting the pop charts with your singing, but you can sing to somebody and they can be touched. Because what's happening is, when we're operating with that heart space energy, we're operating with spirit, we're co-creating. And so when you're writing, when you're singing, even if you're humming something, you're touching others because you're utilizing the Holy Spirit, that holy energy, all right? Sometimes that energy travels a short distance, but ultimately that energy travels far. I don't mean a short distance in what you're thinking. I guess what I'm saying is, you think you might not be touching others, but you are. Because you can share that energy with somebody through your song. This is just something as simple. This could be as simple as me listening to a bird in the morning. I've had mornings where it's been rough for me going to work, or I've had a rough day and I've heard a songbird, And maybe they were singing to, the songbirds, they're looking for mates. That's how they, they sing when they're trying to find love. But in my mind, they're singing to me, that spirit singing to me. And so I immediately say, okay, let me bring up my vibration. Let me bring up my energy. And once I bring up my vibration, and once I bring up my energy, I want to push that out to other people. All right? And so never doubt what you're able to do. Never doubt how important it is and how powerful it is. Even if it's just a seed. The seed is the most important thing, right? The seed is the most important thing. Without the seed, we have nothing, correct? So, Spirit says, come to me like you're a seed, right? Come to me like you're a seed. If you come to me like you're a seed, and you surrender to me, and if you love me, and if you work on loving yourself properly, to love yourself is to see yourself, then I'll open you up to splendor. I'll open you up to that transformation, to that transformative energy, that healing energy. Blooming like a flower. Blooming like a flower. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to start from the seed. It's nothing shameful. I just heard that. It's nothing shameful in starting from the seed. It's nothing shameful in not knowing exactly where Spirit wants us to be. It's nothing shameful about being in a desolate situation. It's nothing shameful about not having money. It's nothing shameful about not having the right education. It's nothing shameful about not having the right upbringing, the right environment. It's nothing shameful about being who you are. All right. Sometimes society will tell you to be ashamed of yourself. Sometimes society will try to put you in a certain space, want to lock up your heart, right? So, Spirit is saying, there's no shame in your life. Don't be ashamed of anything. Come to that energy like a seed, right? Just like a seed, and allow that pure love energy to heal and to influence your life so that you're working on and walking on the divine plan. All right? I think it's extremely important to say that again. There's no shame. There's no shame in being who you are. There's no shame in being where you are. Okay? Cut it. Because no matter where you are, no matter who you are, the journey starts now, right? The journey's actually always been going on because we were never anywhere by chance. But the healing starts now, all right? The growth starts now. The sprouting starts now. And so that's where we need to be. That's where we need to be. That's where Spirit wants us to be. That's where I'm at too, you know? All right. We'll see each other again, and we'll continue to work this thing out. We'll continue to find out what we are, what we need to be, and we'll continue to work on getting there. I'm still getting there. We'll always be getting there. until we leave this planet and we move into the next transition, we'll be getting it together, all right? In different ways, different levels, but we all are spirit beings, all right? Until next time, take care.